Kenya. It is a really beautiful country, the nature and the landscape, and of course all the amazing animals. But I love the people and the joy that's here. In America, we're very independent, and I got this, I can do it by myself, but here it's very much about each other. I think that's a really beautiful thing, something we can learn a lot from. The basis of Just One Africa starting was about one person and what's possible when one life gets involved in the life of one other person. We work with girls in southern Kenya who are victims of FGM and early marriage, which is really common within culture and tradition, not something that's just practiced here in Kenya, but in multiple countries around the world. Jacqueline Soila was 9 years old when she was supposed to marry a much older man. Her parents had arranged for this to happen and had her undergo a process called FGM, which is female genital mutilation. It's an incredibly traumatic situation, physically and emotionally, and because of that, she ended up running away. She was found, and they contacted our partner, Hope Beyond, and she was given medical treatment, she was given counseling, she was given care. Someone listened to her for probably the very first time. Through the care of our partners, she's a different person today. She has a smile that's contagious. She is the top of her class. This was a young lady that never went to school. Even at 9, she'd never gone to school. And this is one young lady, this is one life that is incredibly important, and she now has a voice that's been heard, and she's not afraid to use it to advocate for those around her, to let others know that they also are important and their voice is heard.
I could like to be a doctor in my future, and also I could like to help my parents, my siblings, and the others girl like me.
Really until the powers that be, that chiefs and the elders, decide that the girl child is more important than the culture and the tradition, a lot of things probably won't change. And so that's why the relationships that are made within these communities are of utmost importance. And one of the ways that has been made possible, and we have seen success, is through our clean water program. The areas that we serve overwhelmingly have access to water. So we want to make sure that it's consistently safe and clean. One of the challenges with access to clean water is the fact that the containers that they gather water in are also very contaminated. So even if they had a source that they were able to get clean water from, if they add that to a container that's contaminated, you've kind of gone back to square one. It really needs to be sustainable, it needs to be very easy to use, and it needs to be effective. The water filter is designed to be used without electricity and no replaceable parts. It's definitely not a handout. It's a tool that allows them to sustain their lives in a very healthy way. We've been able to see a reduction of 96% in waterborne diseases, which is absolutely exciting, knowing that a very simple solution that costs $65 is saving lives. From the community mindsets that are needing to be shifted, to girls that are being protected, to children that are being educated, to parents that are being able to care for their families for the first time, empowering them to be who really they want to be on their own. All that is possible if you and I would just say yes, and we hope that you realize that you are just one and that you can change your world.